We have Chris Jericho hanging out with us in studio, and he was dropping knowledge on us about that song and that album.
49th anniversary of the release of that album.
Is that right?
Wow.
That's crazy. Black Sabbath,
49 years ago.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And it still plays today.
Still plays.
Still plays.
works.
Love it, yeah.
You mentioned Oktoberfest earlier.
Yeah.
I got maced at Oktoberfest.
What? Wait, what?
in Winnipeg.
Is that,
That's where I'm from, Winnipeg, Canada.
were you asking for it?
Yeah.
Well, the polka band was playing, and my friend had decided we were going to sing.
Okay.
And they were doing taking care of business, so I just went on stage and started singing with the polka band. I planted my feet so no one could move me off the stage.
Yes.
And when the song was done, I left the stage, walked right down to a security guard who maced me.
Did he even talk to you or
Nope. Have you ever been maced before?
No, I have not.
Awful.
Yeah,
Really?
I would imagine.
Awful.
I would imagine.
You do not recommend it.
I went outside and I was sitting there with my friend. Actually, three of us got it. And the cop said, "What happened?" I said, "We were maced for obstructing a polka."
I get that.
So don't get maced. Don't go.
Yeah.
Don't mess with the polka band.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Not at Oktoberfest.
No.
Don't do it.
Chris Jericho and his band Fozzy are going to be playing tonight at Brick by Brick. Definitely go check them out.
Yes.
But as we have you here, Chris, I mean, you are a legend in the wrestling business.
Yes.
For people that don't know, you are a champion. You are the AEW champion right now, which is unbelievable.
That's what I heard. Yes.
And fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, for people, again, who are maybe fringe wrestling fans who don't know about this new AEW, explain a little bit. Cause
or people wearing fringe, which would be awesome.
Yeah,
like Randy Savage style.
Exactly. Well, you explain it.
Well, AEW,
I'm not here to hawk my wares.
Yeah, right, AEW is a competitor now coming up to go against WWE.
Owned by the family that owns the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yes.
Wow.
Which is good because
you need to have money if you're going to start.
And they have a lot of it.
They have like 3 times as much as the McMahon family does.
Yes.
Yeah.
No
And
way.
they have a passion for it. And we have a huge TV deal on TNT network.
That's huge.
Which you need as well.
Yes.
So, excuse me, it's the first time in 20 years, basically, that there's any type of alternative or option if you're a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
And it's weird because if you've heard about the Monday Night Wars back in the 90s.
Yeah. We
you
lived it.
There was 12 million people watching wrestling on a Monday night. Now you're down to about 3.
Yeah.
Where did those other 9 million people go? Either they lost in the rapture or they just lost interest in the product. So we don't know who AEW's audience is. We just know that every time we put tickets on sale for a show, we do 10,000 seats in 5 minutes.
Whoa.
So there's a buzz about it, and there's some excitement about it, and we start live every Wednesday night on October 2nd, and we'll see what happens. But it's going to be, I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you put some competition out there, I feel like it raises the game for
it does.
everybody involved.
If you're running a race and there's nobody behind you,
Yeah.
you have nothing to push you.
Right.
If there's someone right on your heels and breathing down your back, you're going to run faster. So AEW is better for the fans. It's better for the guys. It's better for the business as a whole.
Well, and what was cool about you is you were on both sides of the Monday Night Wars. You started in WCW at the beginning of the Monday Night Wars, and then you went to WWE.
It was one of the greatest things ever.
It was one of the biggest moments in the history of the
it.
business.
I will go on YouTube sometimes. I swear to God, because I'm a nerd. I'm fanboying out pretty hard right now, and I will watch Jericho's entrance in the WWE with The Rock standing there, and you come in, and it was amazing.
First of all, you're not a nerd if you're a Jericho fan. It makes you cool.
Yeah, that's right, man. That's right, man. So what do you remember about that moment? Because the build-up was so massive, and then to put you in with The Rock to debut, what do you remember about that?
I mean, I remember everything. I'm not like 75.
No.
I don't remember yesterday. So
I'm hitting the head a lot. I didn't know.
Now I just headbang. No, it was one of those moments where you know that it's like we said playing with Iron Maiden last week. There's certain moments in your life where like, here's your opportunity. It's all mapped out to be here. Now you have to go out there and hit a home run.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
And you guys did.
You did.
Well, that's what I remember. Like, this is my chance. If I don't do a great job here, I might never get this shot again. So that's why I always look at things. I never go like, oh my God, this is so great. You do that afterwards.
Yeah.
You know?
You can reflect.
As a matter of fact, San Diego is where I won the Undisputed Championship.
Oh,
beat The
you
Rock.
beat The Rock and Stone Cold on the same night.
Right here at the Sports Arena in San Diego.
wow.
Think about that. Yeah. Like, how crazy is that?
Yeah, then after the match, I drove to Anaheim, and all the restaurants were closed, so the hotel had pizza.
Oh.
And the guy who checked me in, his name is Regis J. O'Rourke Jr., Junior, no less.
Of course.
Yeah.
And so he checked me in. I went upstairs. I ordered the pizza. They wouldn't deliver it to my room, so I came downstairs. I picked it up. I went back upstairs. I'd locked myself out of the room. So I went back down to the front desk, and then Regis J. O'Rourke Jr. was there. And I said, can you let me back in my room? I locked myself out. He goes, let me see some ID. I said, well, I don't have any. It's in the room. He goes, well, how do I know that you're you?
Oh, no.
I'm like, you just checked me in like 15 minutes. He goes, how can I believe you? I was like, what am I, invasion of the body snatchers? So he finally eventually lets me in after some arguing, and I go and sit on the edge of the bed to take my shoes off, and then I sit up and I knock the pizza over onto the floor, topping first.
No. No.
Picked it up, turned it over. It's cold. It's got little dust mites and flip-flops on it, and that was my championship dinner.
Congratulations. What a night.
That's a way to
Next thing you know,
celebrate.
you made it.
Yeah, exactly. No hookers and blow for Jericho. Cold
gross
grungy pizza.
Yeah.
I get that. Now you won the championship in AEW, so you're into, as we start this TNT show, it's going to be happening in like a couple weeks, right?
October 2nd.
Yeah, so it's right around the corner. You're going to be the champion. Now, I heard right after you won it, there was a little incident with the title, like you misplaced it.
No, that's bull.
Careful.
That's what bugs me when people say I misplaced.
Okay, what happened?
It was stolen.
Stolen from you.
Stolen. It's
And
a
this
big
isn't.
difference.
This wasn't a work. This
No,
wasn't.
no,
Was a real thing.
It wasn't a work.
Yeah.
No, it got stolen. It's
what
a whole. You got an hour.
Well, it was that.
Have you ever seen the Wicker Man where the whole town is in on it? That's all
No, come on.
It was crazy.
on.
Still, no one knows exactly what happened.
You're kidding me.
It's a really weird story.
Can you give me like a Cliff Notes version?
Yeah, basically, I just we were flying back from Chicago to Tampa.
And you're in charge of the belt when you have it, right?
Yeah,
when you win it in
you
wrestling.
you keep it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So I was on a private plane, and the hurricane was in Tampa, so we had to stop in Tallahassee.
Okay.
And rather than waiting 4 hours or 6 hours, I said, let's just get a car and drive home. So we had a limo come and grab me and my wife and our friend.
Nice.
And on the way back, we said, let's go stop and get a bite to eat. When we did, suddenly the driver came in and said, your belt is gone. And I was like, what are you talking about? It's gone. And how did you know there was a belt? Because it's in a case, right? So it'd be like, would you guess? You have X-ray eyes?
Yeah.
So the driver's story was completely flimsy. The people at the FBO at the private charter place, their story was flimsy.
Really?
Then some guy finds it on the side of the road.
Side of the road?
Yeah. Like, how many times are you driving and go, oh, what's that on the side of the road? Let me pull over and look.
Yeah. Let me look at that.
And, and the road that he found it on was nowhere near
Where
the
you
road
were?
that we drove on.
That's so
going on.
And the head of the limo company's at the police station to file his report, just as the guy comes in to drop off the belt at the police station. Going, I found this belt on the road. Really? That's just what I came here to look for.
How interesting.
Oh,
The whole town was in on it.
what?
It was insane. It was insane. So-
Were they trying to be champion?
I don't know. And then the police department posted a photo of them saying we found it. Then they deleted it because they knew that that's not loud.
That's not
Yeah.
cool.
So the cops were in it too. It's crazy, man.
That's
I'm telling you right now.
crazy.
One of these days, they're going to recreate Unsolved Mysteries with
Yes.
Robert Stack. And this is going to be one of the stories.
It could be a Netflix special.
Exactly.
There you
great.
go.
But I'll host
Missing-
it myself.
Yeah, there you go. This is the missing title.
Yeah, so apparently there's still an open case. Like we actually have, because of the Khan family and their affluence, like they have FBI contacts. FBI's working on. Like, dude, this is a big thing. Yeah,
Wow.
so
That's crazy.
whatever.
Nuts.
We got it back, and
Okay.
that's all that
Okay,
matters.
good.
Wow.
So, Chris, like I said, I'm a massive wrestling fan. I watch old clips on YouTube all the time. It's amazing. Grew up in the Attitude Era. You used to say some of the funniest things ever that WWE does not do anymore. Stephanie McMahon is not called a trash bag hoe anymore.
It's unfortunate.
Which is unfortunate. Will AEW be a little racier with stuff like that on the mic?
I don't know, man. I don't know what really the plan is. I think one of the
Okay.
reasons why WWE is not like that is because of sponsors.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're playing the same game that they are, with obviously being on TNT. So I'm not really too sure what the rules are yet, because I don't think anyone really knows for sure until somebody says something that pisses the
Sponsors off.
Sponsors off. So that's probably one of the reasons. I mean, times have changed now. I mean, it's not like it was even
you can't get away with
in
stuff.
2000. You can't. Like everyone's so sensitive about everything.
Yeah, it
You know,
sucks.
like you can't even call someone, oh, this guy's a white guy, this guy's a black guy. You don't say that. And like, you don't even really know what to say. So I would assume that it's going to probably be pretty, let's not take too many chances at first and see where it goes. But I never had a problem. Like, it was fun to be able to say that stuff, trash bag, hoe, whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You don't have to say that stuff to be, to be good.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people go, wow, the Attitude Era was so much better because you could swear. And it's like, well, if all you can do is swear, then you're not as good as you think you are.
That's a good point.
So
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely. If you had to say what's the biggest difference between the two companies, what would you say is the biggest?
I don't know. We haven't started yet.
Yeah.
I think the biggest difference is that just probably have a little bit more creative freedom in AEW.
Everything's not as written,
Well, there's no writers.
which is awesome.
Oh.
That's ruined
Well,
WWE for me.
When I started, there was no writers. You talk about that promo, the opening promo with The Rock.
Yeah.
I wrote that on the floor of my apartment, and
No
there's no rehearsal.
way.
Yeah, and there's no writers.
That's awesome.
You just do it yourself. That's what it's entertainment, right?
Flying by the seat of your pants.
Yeah, it's like if I'm on stage with Fozzy, nobody has to write what my on-stage banter is going to be to the
Right.
crowd. You just say it and do it and love
all
it.
you.
I think that's probably the biggest difference right off the bat, as we don't have those restrictions with AEW. Some guys are going to sink because of it. Some guys are going to swim and swim really well, and we'll find it out. Like I said, we have all this brouhaha and all this buzz happening around our company, and we haven't even had 1 minute of TV time yet.
Yeah.
That's awesome, though.
So,
yeah.
it's a good
That's
start.
great.
Really good.
We can't wait to see it because it'll be
Yeah.
on TNT. And be sure to see Fozzy tonight.
Oh, yeah.
At Brick by Brick. It's going to be a killer show.
Like I said, man, we're excited. You just heard "Nowhere to Run" earlier.
Yeah.
It's our new single. It's already gotten to the top 30 after about a week. So with a bullet, they say.
Ooh.
And we're excited, man. We've had a great tour so far, and coming right off the stage from Iron Maiden to Las Vegas to here. So it's going to be a fun show tonight. So,
awesome.
when we played with Iced Earth here last time, it was great because, like I said, they combined the two audiences. Iced Earth is very much a power metal band, and Fozzy a little bit more of a, like I say, a melodic rock band. And you had all these kind of guys with their Iced Earth shirts on watching us, and about 3 or 4 songs in, they're starting to chant Fozzy, not knowing why.
Yeah.
They're just so caught up into it.
It's awesome.
So yeah, we're excited to
Winning them
have
over.
our
I love
own.
it.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
That's
so
good stuff.
That's
Well, there
awesome.
you go. Chris Jericho. We've been talking to Chris for over a decade, and I'm glad to finally have you in studio to meet you, man.
wow.
So,
I think it only feels like it's been like 15 or 20 minutes.
Yeah, so there you go. Good luck with the show tonight, Chris.
Thank you, and
Appreciate
remember,
it.
do not mess with the polka band.
Oh,
Don't do it.
maybe
Yes.
the most sage advice, honestly, I've ever gotten.
Confucius Jericho.
No doubt. It looks like Tom DeLonge from Blink 182 is not crazy after all.
What?
He believes in UFOs.
Yeah,
It's a big
so do
thing.
I, by the way.
Let's see, there you go.
Oh,
Jericho does as well.
heck yeah.
And it looks like he's been right all along. We're going to explain when we get back on the show on Rock 105.3.